Alright, here we go. This is the Troll Arcane Marksman, game number 43 in the Elliptic Streak. It's the last game that we need to do before we can tie the world record of the top number of wins in a row ever on DCSS. So hopefully I don't screw up, guys. I see that the gods are back. I didn't expect them to show up so soon, but okay. We'll be observing your journey until Qazlal returns. Okay. Anyway, yeah, the TrAM is the last successful win. The last win that Elliptic got in this streak. He played a spin afterwards, a Spriggan Enchanter, and he lost it. So hopefully that doesn't happen to me. I'm pretty sure this troll is going to win, though, even if I am worshipping perhaps a substandard god. Qazlal's not bad, you know, just not particularly amazing. So yeah, let's just get this game started, yeah. So we left off in Swamp. We haven't gotten any runes yet. I have a lot of resources: 6 blinking, 8 teleport, 3 fear, and that may be very important because we're worshipping Qazlal. Yeah, great problem. I would say, I think I mentioned last time that my take on Qazlal is that the main bottleneck is probably layer 1, if I had to guess, on account of the fact that, you know, you make so much noise and you lure everything to your location. Anyway, I haven't trained any axes, but we do have this broad axe of flaming, so we're carrying it around. This is one of the reasons why we're going into Swamp right now instead of Snake. Not just because Swamp is super easy compared to the other S branches. We just have the right tools to make it even easier. We don't, on the other hand, have any source of RLEC whatsoever. So I'm trying to stay out of Snake until I find that. That may not happen. You know, we may have to do it. We may have to do it without the help of RLEC, and that's fine. We have a little bit of evocations. Yeah, branch entrances, that's absolutely true. You need places to run to with Qazlal. And in fact, I'm having that exact problem right now. You know, we're just going to stare dance a bit. Now, to be honest, I've actually gotten lucky. If a shambling mangrove had showed up, we would, you know, possibly have been constricted, and that would not have been a fun time. Surprise Swamp Nicola. See, that would be okay. I always make sure to save at least 1 potion of resistance at all times, for the sake of Nicola. Now that doesn't always happen. Sometimes the game just refuses to give you any resistance potion at all. But I would say that's pretty rare. Let's not get paralyzed here. Yeah, so we just saw an example of how this character is still weak. So I got slowed by the bog body. We have absolutely no MR+. None at all. Nothing is spawned. There's no robes or anything that could possibly have it. And then of course there's rings are the only other possible source other than artifacts, and there's no rings of MR+. So this is one of the reasons why it's very good that we're in a lair branch, because there's not that many MR threats here. But with that said, we can get slowed by the bog bodies. And if a unique shows up, we may have a problem. Trog spawn. See that? You know, I found Trog pretty early, and I considered going for him. Even though it's kind of awkward and weird to go on a troll, I mean, Trog is still incredibly strong, and he solves your MR problem, as you say. So maybe I should have gone in that direction, but I decided I wanted to do something flashy, a little showboaty for my last game before the tie, or before breaking the streak. This isn't exactly the tiebreaker, it's the tie getter. So honestly, if I finish this fast enough, we may even start the Spriggan tonight. But we'll see. Anyway, I expect these layer branches will be pretty smooth on this character. I'm pretty good at tanking. Here's our first mangrove. Let's hope he doesn't... Okay, good. He didn't spawn any hornets. That's very good. See, hydras are coming for me. We don't want to rip off any heads, so again, we'll use the broad axe. I'm okay with fighting like this. This one got slowed by my cloud of ice, so we can just swing. To be honest, we're pretty good at tanking. One of the coolest things about this character is that Qazlal is increasing my AC when I get hit. And he's increasing my SH all the time, which is just incredible. So, barring a really nasty Hornet para, we're probably okay. And the Hornets have less of a chance to para me due to the fact that I have our poise. So things could be a lot worse. I see that Swamp Dragon armor has spawned, but we already have Acid Fire and this Artifact Ice Dragon scale, so I think we're going to stick around with that. Feel yourself slow down. Wonder what the chances of that are. 30%. Thankfully we have our C+++, so I really don't have to worry that much about getting wrecked by the Bolt of Cold. Or if I get the ice ending of Swamp, it's also not a big deal. This is strange. This looks sort of like the Lerny Vault. But it's absolutely not. Found an ID scroll. Let's use that on these potions. We have 3 cancellation. That's excellent. Normally I'd be identifying these artifacts and whatnot, and perhaps later I will. Not because I feel a burgeoning need to wear a dagger, but because they could be minus telly, which is a useful thing to wear in certain places. Particularly Zot 5 and perhaps Elf 3, or really any branch end. I think we just found a wand. There's a scroll of telly, 2 scrolls of telly, and 6 charges of Ice Blast. Always good to have more Ice Blast. I know we have a very crappy aptitude for evocations, but I'll probably train an awful lot of it. As I pretty much always do. Whoa, okay, let's not tab so hard. That's our buddy Jorgren. He can petrify me. What do my skills look like right now? Well, skilling a troll is pretty straightforward. I have trained shields, and you might be wondering why I haven't taken it all the way to 15, because that's the minimum for the large shield. Ordinarily, I would have done that by now, but there's a manual of shields sitting in a shop, so I'd like to buy that once I have the money for it. So we've taken that just up to like 12, and that's when we found the manual. Now I'm trading fighting, unarmed combat, armor, and dodging. I'm taking everything but the unarmed combat to like 15. Hey DXC, how you doing, man? And I'll probably just take unarmed combat all the way to 27 like a madman. We've got 8 invocations, which is pretty solid for Qazlal. I might want more later, we'll see. And I've got 5 evocations, which I wish was higher, but again, minus 3 aptitude. I can't be too wild and crazy about what I'm doing. But the bottom line is we can pretty safely kill things. So I'm interested in getting fighting armor and dodging primarily right now. No such thing as too much. Yeah, your base damage keeps going up. So anyway, I would love to Vuln and Poly Jorgren, but I don't want to get petrified. He has a 54% chance of doing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to burn Lamp. Okay, that's good. I am constricted, but that doesn't matter. This is an interesting trick. I am going to use Elemental Force. I'm a little confused on why that cloud didn't become a fire elemental. That's that's strange. But I got 4 of them. But that's the Lamp Qazlal trick, guaranteeing me a bunch of fire bros. So we'll order them all to attack Jorgren. Now he can't petrify me is the thing, and he can't really iron shot me either. Step out of his constriction. Be nice if I could do something to him while I'm waiting. I guess I could upheaval him, but it would hit my ally. I mean, Disaster Area wouldn't be the worst place for it, but the bottom line is I don't want to risk I didn't wanna risk getting owned by Petrify or Iron Shot or whatever. I'm just gonna acid him. Okay, it's missing. There we go. 3 acid charges later, he's dead. Would have probably just quaffed cancel if he had started owning me with Petrify. But yeah, that worked out. Perhaps I should have saved my acid wand and, you know, used disaster area instead. It's a legitimate choice. In fact, I think I probably should have done that. Okay, I've got a kill hole here, a natural kill hole. I want that ghost crab to come closer. I'm actually immune, I think, to these clouds of spectral mist, so that's nice. Makes ghost crabs a lot less dangerous. Oh god. Uh-oh. Are you sure this isn't a stat form game? We just have a +3 Ice Dragon scale, man, and a +2 cloak and a +1 hat. It's good stuff, right? So yeah, Nicola is here. Of course the first thing we do is pop resistance. He can do something like 230 damage to me if his Chain Lightning goes really well. But I have resist now, and there's a Spriggan here to absorb some of those shots. So I think what we do is we just swing on his ass. Oh, wow. Louise too. Alright, that's interesting. So we really don't want to get banished. I mean, we would probably be fine in there, but at the same time, Qazlal makes an awful lot of noise. So the ideal thing that we could possibly, you know, the best possible thing we could do here is read a Scroll of Silence, but here's the bad news. We don't have that. We don't even have it as a spell, not that we would be able to cast it. Now he won't Chain Lightning, it's true, but I'd prefer to be Chain Lightninged here than banished. I think the best thing to do is to disaster area. This is like a textbook wonderful place to do it. I wish I had a little more invo is all. Take that to 10. Let me think about this. Is there any better move? Like this, the quote-unquote safe move is to just blink out of here and then tally, but we can always do that later. I'm going to disaster area. This could end up with me getting wrecked by Louise. We don't have enough invo for this to be doing much. We used it, but it just didn't do a whole lot. Let's try again. Okay, maybe a third time. Third time's a charm, perhaps? Okay, good. Wait, no, she's not dead. She just blinked. Damn. Okay, we're gonna kill... What we're gonna do is we're gonna make a box of beasts, so there's something for the lightning to jump to. Man, he actually did Chain Lightning, and it did arc to Louise, but it didn't kill her. I think it's time to Ice Blast and see if we can't kill both of them. Okay, good. Louise is dead. My big fear is gone. Certainly paid a lot of piety for this, but I think it's worth. Ice Blast him to finish him off, and down he goes. Bonus Bog Body slowing me on the way out of that fight. I feel like that was pretty close to optimal, the way I handled that. Maybe not, I don't know. See, I actually would say that it's been a while since I've played Qazlal, but I'm pretty sure that Disaster Area is actually more effective in small areas like that, because it's more likely to hit, you know, it has less places to miss your enemies, you know? But I would be welcome to have someone tell me if I'm wrong about that, because I really haven't played Qazlal that much. Gonna have to earn that piety back now. But hey, if I was going to use 3 disaster areas in a row, that would be the place to do it. Gonna check this this staff. It's a staff of wizardry. I'm looking for a staff of air so I can have an RLX swap. That would be good. Just gonna wait for this crab to come up next to me. And let's bail. Let's go to a different staircase in case I get paralyzed, you know. Uh-oh. There's the hornet. Don't want to be paralyzed next to hydras, you know. Part of what keeps us safe against them is our shield. And we lose our shield if we get paralyzed. Alright, I'm going to kill the bog body first. Then we're going to swing on the hydra with the axe. A little bit of stair dancing is apparently necessary here. It is the branch end, to be fair. Let's pull this guy up. Slight risk, he could have paralyzed me on the way up. Nice. Okay. +2 double sword of Holy Wrath, +2 plate armor of fire resist, +0 shield of reflection on Donald today. We're already back to max piety, or at least max pips. What lunatic would build a room out of doors? I thought I was supposed to get Donald commentary based on my god. Not on random dungeon spots. Boom, he's dead. Strong character. You know, it's a strong character that can go toe-to-toe with Donald. Haste and might is a big deal, you know. I guess that our noise is just gonna pull everything from the end vault. I'm okay with this. We're just tanky enough to pull it off, too. You know, if I hadn't found any dragon armor, if I was sitting here trying to do this in troll armor, we might be having a bad time. But as it stands, we're having a great time. Speaking of having a great time, let's be very careful about that Thorn Hunter. They can do an awful lot of damage. We'll just wait for him. If he starts wrecking me, I'll just go upstairs. Okay, here we go. Oh, hey, it's Lerny. Do I have a Phantom Mirror? No. Well, wonder what happens if I poly Lerny. I bet she becomes a Titan. Or an Iron Giant. Or maybe it's just the same stuff that a regular Hydra can become. No, we're not going to try to... No, I don't want to try to tank her. Sounds dangerous as hell. We do have Vuln. What's the play here? Or a Jug. I think I'd be more willing to fight a Juggernaut right now than Lerny. Because at least the Jug is going to have trouble against my shield. Well, we'd definitely have to Vuln her first. It's a 0% to throw a net. Can she even be netted? She's too big, right? Immune to nets, yeah. I guess I could just do Elemental Force. That'd probably work. So we'll lamp first. We could get like a billion buddies here. Net immunity, pest immunity. Alright, Elemental Force it is. See, that's really interesting. I guess it must be invocations based, how many allies you actually get. I guess we can just use it again if need be. Oh, he slaughters them. Time for random effects. Maybe. I don't want to haste her, but Ice Blast, Elemental Force. Can I position this Ice Blast? Nope. guess I can upheaval here. But here's the problem with upheaval, is it'll hit the fire elemental possibly, and I could do it here, but then it might not hit Lerny. I know he's fast, yeah, but he's almost dead. So I think we just step away. He's in fire. She's in fire too, so order everybody to attack. Hey, now we can finally Ice Blast. Wait, no we can't. No we can't. I could, but it would kill my water elemental. Let's wait one more turn. Okay, she's dead. She died from the flames. There you go. It's pretty good. I mean, it could have gone worse. I used a good number of resources, but mostly piety. Frankly, if I felt threatened on this character, I could just not do Swamp right now. That's a real option where you just don't do the branch end for a long time. But this opens up vaults to me, sort of. Let's kill this thing out of water so we can get some meat. Could have gotten plus 27 Lerny scales. Oh man. I wonder what a Hydra Dragon armor would actually give you if it existed. A little dangerous for me to swing on this thing right now. Okay. I may end up having to blink. I'm actually going to Agi, just to be super safe here. Because there's a lot of damage possible here. Come on. Oh, okay, he's dead. I don't regret using that Agi at all, because those things can do like 60 damage. Now I attack really fast, so they can't get the 2 hits even though they're fast. Vor resistance. Very good perpetual blur. Okay, here comes a mangrove. Let's do this on a staircase, yeah? Take out his buddy first. Don't paralyze me. Oh, here it comes. Never mind, we're safe. We killed him. Getting paralyzed is no big deal. Just next to hornets on this guy. Cool. Just mopping up the rest of the floor now. What's this ghost? 40 damage plus vampiric, we can take him. Is he resistant to electricity? No? He's got a storm cloud on his head, come on. He's doing very well against me. Just need one more good hit. Ah, crap. I think I'm going to have to lamp of fire him. If he gets big damage on me on the next hit, I'm going to have to run away or use resources. Oh, we got him. Cool. No resources used. Perhaps this is a Staff of Air? It is. Good. So we have a swap for our Arlek, although it's less important now that Nicola's dead. It's still nice to have. I can wear ID this thing. Plus 7 Arbalest with penetration and fly. Wow. That's a good Arbalest. Okay, I see that 3, 4, 5 scrolls are available. I'm going to burn one and see what this is. It's summoning. It's kind of a waste, but at the same time now we have that identified. I had hoped it was acquirement, but you can't always get what you want. Johnny Tightlips ends the streak. How embarrassing. Alright, can we do Snake now? I guess we can just do snake now. Kinda. Should take evocations to 10, I guess. Gonna be expensive. Tab, tab, tab. We can be teleport othered really easily, but otherwise there's really not much in the way of MR threats in here. Barring uniques, the worst of which have already spawned. Damn, we're just fighting the whole floor. Alright, DK Growth. Thanks for coming by the stream, man. We cannot die to this thing, so let's just melee it. Even if we don't have our lack, we were able to kill it before it could possibly kill us. In the future, if I'm sort of far away from them as I approach, I will probably try to poly them. It's one of the reasons I'm training Evo again, even though my aptitude is so bad. Drop the Ring of Ice. Arlec plus though. Yeah, that's the other thing is Qazlal will lend me a hand. Of course, I have to get tagged with electrical damage before that happens, so it's a little iffy. Hello, we just found our first lightning rod. I'll take that. Good stuff. Can you tag yourself with shock to proc that? That's a hilarious question, my friend. I assume so. I would test it, but don't have shock available. Shock Serpent evaporates and reforms as an elephant. Much better. Get some more strength. Tab, tab, tab. And we are really tearing through here. Although, with the fact that no MR has spawned, and Swamp did not help us in that department, we're going to have a hell of a time figuring out where to go after this. Probably Elf. Just live with the banishing if it happens. Live with the slow, live with the confuse. Within vaults is going to be hell. So, let's just hope we find, I don't know, let's say Amulet of 4 Winds. Wouldn't that be good? Just solve the problem right out. Otherwise we may end up having to farm like Abyss or something. Because there's no way I'm even setting foot in Zot without MR. I don't even want to go into depths. Oh crap. I just tabbed way too hard, and we have Qazlal here, who can put me to sleep. So, first things first, let's burn a telly. There we go. Okay, there's our boy. Let's lamp. Let's elemental force. Ooh, that's a lot of boys. Have fun with this guy. You know the funniest thing, let me tell you guys, the funniest thing about Lamp of Fire combined with elemental force is that the fire elementals actually leave a trail of fire. So you could get like virtually infinite fire elementals off of it if you wanted to use it multiple times. You know? The only limit, of course, is your piety. So that's really good. Alright, floor is done. We've just ripped through Snake. Let's see what this robe is. Could be MR+. It's not. Not that I want to be in a robe anyway. but there are reasons I would wear a robe of MR. We have 2 enchant armors. Should I enchant up the shield more? I think I should. Down to the ending. That's a lot of guys. Let's, crap. Okay, let's agi. We pulled a lot of stuff. I'm gonna disaster area. I'm going to MO, actually. I am going to pop a resist. It was a little bit wasteful. That's awesome, Dinky. Glad to hear it. I'm gonna disaster area again because this just looks kind of ugly. Do I have heal wounds? Yeah, I'm gonna use a heal wounds. Just want to leave this dumb floor. There we go. We'll leave now. So that's a great example of how Qazlal can kind of screw you over a little bit. I pulled so much stuff to that location, and I just didn't play properly in terms of, I didn't stay on the staircase. It's not like I didn't know that could happen. We could very well be fighting the whole end vault at this point. We have our Lek. Thank you, Qazlal. Whoa! Teleport othered right into the end vault. I'll teleport myself out. Always teleported into the end vault. Should I burn a haste? I only have 1 haste. That's dumb. Not if we don't have to, you know? We're being teleported again. Told you guys it could be painful. Wish I had learned regen to be useful on this guy. Quick ninja the rune. I don't think that really helps me. Alright, look at all this crap. We are going to emulate all this crap. We are going to lamp. And that's going to help clear this crap out. Is emulate good or is it too good? I'd say it's good. I don't think it's too good. Too many people die to misusing it for it to be overpowered, really. Let's Ice Blast here. Okay. I'm going to burn 1 more Emulate because I'm in this end vault and I don't want to be. This will be my last Emulate, so that's fine though. Perfect. Boom, boom, boom. Big chain reaction. I'm going to burn a disaster area. Unbelievable how disaster area just isn't very good on this character. Explosions. Explosions. And more explosions with courtesy of Rod of Lightning. Good. Guess that's how you fight the whole Involt all at the same time. Running out of hit points. Damn. Still more stuff. Yeah, that's a fair point, Perpetual Blur. But I mean, I guess the point I'm actually making is that I'm more or less okay with there being very powerful things in the game if they have a high skill floor. Such that you get rewarded for being good at the game, you know? I'm gonna use 1 more heal wounds, just because I'm a little worried with all this IMB next to me. Damn, look at that failed lamp of fire. It's disaster area. You failed to use your ability. Stuff's next to you just doesn't want to happen. I'm going to use one of my 10 scrolls of blink to get out of this crap. And I'm just going to sort of calmly stroll out of this vault, or try to. Bye-bye. Nice. Nice. Look at me being completely unable to hit this anaconda. Hey, Qazlal. Glad to hear it, man. Welcome to the stream. The streams are very much ahead of the YouTube videos. So you're taking a trip to the future right now. One of these guys had a poly wand. It's that one right there. Do I want to duke it out with him, or do I want to poly him? His MR is probably too good. 18%. Guess the worst thing that could happen is I get turned into a fungus. That'd be very bad, though. Let's go up. Much better in a hallway. Still bad, though. You know. What with the sharpshooters having, what do you call it? Portal projectile? DDAs. Missed a few. Yeah, that's like 20 games behind, but that's also the latest one. I don't know exactly how it happened. I guess I just forgot to upload here and there. The editing process takes a minute. I just haven't always kept up on it. But it'll all make its way to YouTube eventually. Trying to just pull a few things. I don't want to fight our whole pack all at once. Certainly not with the poly wand. You know what I can do is I could just, if I had Lamp of Fire, we could use that. That'd be pretty good. We don't have that, do we? What to do? There we go. We polyed the one into a hornet. 18% chance to actually work, but it did. And that means I don't have to worry about poly anymore, which means I can tab these guys down. Passioneer goes down along with the rest of her pack. Now we just mop up the floor. Not much of the end vault left after what we did to it. I think it was well worth all the MOs we burned. That's the proper use of MO too, when you need to kill just a hell of a lot of things really quickly to be safe. I mean, I could have burned an unconscionable number of teleports to try to survive that situation in a different way. Try to tele out of the vault. But I mean, there's no guarantee that's actually going to do anything. On the other hand, with MO, there is a guarantee it's going to do something. You know, it's going to explode and wreck your enemies. There's MO. Hey, thanks for the sub, Qazlal. Appreciate that, man. That's really cool. Ignition is safe, MO. Fair point. Gotta have a level 8 spell for that, though, man. Alright, so that's 2 runes. Dos runes. Still no MR+. Getting a little nervous. Starting to get a little nervous here. I guess we're going to ELF. Volts is not completely locked off to me, but I would say that Slime is. Because golden eyes are so obnoxious. Do 15 runes for the spin to really rub it in. I guess I could. Go to Tomb. I'll get right on that. Actually, Crypt would be an okay place to be, although there are MR threats in there I'd rather not deal with. Vampire Knights can para me, so actually it's quite dangerous. But in here, the only risk is being abyssed, or slowed, or confused. We have, well, how much do we have? We have 7 curing and 3 cancel. So if I look at this Deep Elf Archer, he can confuse me 36% of the time. I'm okay with this. And even leveling up helps a bit. Not a lot. We're a 3 MR per level species, so it's not the best, but could be worse. Oh, what's this now? Wand of Enslavement. That would confuse me. Missed the beginning of the game, why Qazlal? Yeah, no, I just did this for fun. People asked me to do a fun god, and I thought I could earn some cheeky bits by doing something fun for one of the last games. Quaff mute. Yeah, you know, I think that might be a joke on your part, Perpetual Plur, but there have been times when I've quaffed mute just to look for MR. I only have 3 potions though, so I don't think it's the correct move this time, but if I had like 10 potions of mutation, you better believe I would do that. Uh-oh. We have a problem. I can safely swing on this. Okay, good. I may want to wear MR plus, or sorry, our core in here. Come to think of it, let me see. 17 AC, 13 EV. God, that wrecks our defenses. If I switch off the Ice Dragon scale, it's not worth it. Yeah, Mutation Roulette used to be a lot more fun. Honestly, the mutation system is one of the things that I complain about most vociferously, because it's just very, it's got a lot of problems, let me put it that way. It's been sort of shaved and edited down until you've got this thing that is unintentionally very RNG. When before it was like a genuinely fun thing the player could take part in. Okay, let's go down. Yeah, Flesh Wizlab does do that. That's like the one chance you get to enjoy old style Mutation Roulette. I wish well, I do have an MO, but I shouldn't use it here. Okay, we're going to pull the Demonologist up. I know that he has a 40% chance to banish me, so let's just wreck him. Just stare dance this stuff. There's an Orc Sorcerer though. Getting paralyzed here would be pretty awful. Can win the game with teleportitis. But do I want to? Is that fun? But yeah, excuse me, I pretty much agree, Quetzalcoatl. Give me enforced teleportitis phrase like an anti-formicid. Is that what you're saying? I think that if you have if you have higher level of berserkitis, you should get the same effect that TrAG has, where it, you know what I mean, where it increases the length every time you kill something. But I think instead all it does is just trigger it more often, which is just, I don't know, it's like a death sentence if you ask me, since you can very regularly get paralyzed from it. Speaking of paralysis, uh-oh. A little bit of a misplay here, 33% para. Let's, elemental force, let's take a step to the right. Let's order our boys to attack the sorcerer. Okay, good, he's dead. Had to have them block, you know. Really didn't want to end up paralyzed next to all this stuff. I may have decent resistances, and I may have Qazlal to give me even better resistances if need be. But, you know, that doesn't mean that I want to be paralyzed next to stuff that is not affected by my GDR. Berserk Mute does decrease the para chance? Huh. That I did not know. Interesting. What's the para chance? Seems like you've looked this up. Do you know the para chance on TrAG? Just TrAG by himself? No berserkitis? Because I know you can still get parried on TrAG, it's just extremely rare. At least I'm pretty sure. I'd be interested to see if it was better or worse than Berserkitis 3. %10 chance by default. What? Oh, you mean... You mean without Berserkitis or TrAG? There's no way that the chance of getting parried... Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Interesting. See, I didn't know it worked that way. I just knew that TrAG reduced it quite a lot. I didn't know it was piety gated either. That's very interesting. That's actually kind of annoying because the most important part of the game for having Berserk is the early game where your piety's really low. So that's pretty interesting actually. Oops, I shouldn't have opened this. That's off the wiki. Yeah, I don't know about trusting that. Okay, what is this? Holy Wrath, Protection. Gotta make sure I'm killing the right ones first, you know. God, the whole vault. What did I expect, though? What with my storms and all. Holy Wrath, Draining. Oh, I should kill the Draining first. There we go. Thankfully, I have these big claws that let me wreck all this stuff pretty easily, but you know what? I think this is getting ugly enough that we're going to tally. Damn. Alright, tally again. We can kill these things very easily, it's just there's so many of them in a row. Probably tap through the rest of it. You may be wondering, like, why did I open up Hall of Blades? I clearly don't need a weapon. And the reason is because very rarely there can be loot in here, and also it's pretty free experience. Although that particular theory has been busted by me burning 2 tellies. On the other hand, I mean 2 tellies, I have a lot, so Greater Berserk gives better than finesse attack speed, but guarantees paralysis. See, honestly, that sounds like a joke proposal, but like I really enjoy the idea of very high risk, high reward abilities. You know, where it's like if you use them perfectly, it's very smart, but if you don't use them perfectly, the game punishes you quickly. It's totally in the player's hands, you know. Quick Blades with attack speed 0.1. Isn't 0.3 the minimum for any weapon? Uh-oh, we've been slowed and confused, so we just go upstairs and rest. Thank you, staircase. I'm just going to fight these things one at a time. Who knows, the Indvolt could be coming for us, you know? Yeah, I don't know about Finesse Quick Blade. You'd have to whiz mode it. I've never played a Quick Blade character that was also using Finesse, or if I have, it's been a long time. Okay, we're confused. We're going to just smash this guy while confused. Works out just fine, see? Very good. Where's the invisible guy? There he is. I don't have Senv, but my clouds are still crushing them. I suppose a Senv ring is available. I could go buy it. Might be better to wear that than our poise. Crap. Being confused. Very bad. Next to this demonologist. There we go, he's dead. Let's drop this ring of protection. Our poise is still kind of useful in here, I think. Actually, no, I don't... Some of these guys can mef cloud, right? Am I wrong about that? Guess so. Maybe I should just wear the AC +3 then. Or go and buy that Senv. Let's go buy Senv. That's more useful than anything, so I don't get sort of bamboozled. Back to L3. Now this is going to be an awful big loot pile. I sure hope that we get it safely, and once we get it, I sure hope it has MR in it. Because this is our last, this is the last possible spot in the game that we can find MR and not be getting wrecked by really bad MR threats. And even that statement is a little bit questionable, considering that there are bad MR threats in this exact spot. Okay, we're gonna lightning rod. Can always blink out of this. This is a great place to MO. Now we're gonna lightning rod. Big explosions, very good. That's a lot of high-level elves we just took down. Now we just melee these fellas. Don't think I need to use any consumables, not yet. This would be a good place for an ice blast, but we don't have one. Let's lamp this guy. Nice. Did we kill him? Yeah, you killed the debuff high priest. Lightning rod. Come on down, fella. Wow, nice cloud. Nice self-kill. He just clouded himself for some reason. Ouch. Just using Wand of Flame. This is a great time for me to walk away. Just realized that unrand brands are still brands. Yeah. A quick plate of reaping. Yeah, you can totally do that. That's hilarious. I forgot you could do that, actually. Give it the plutonium sword brand. Wonder if you can give a quick blade plus rats. It's not really a brand, but let's pull this two back. Okay, now hold the phone. We have a ring here. Ring of attention. I don't need any more attention, so we'll remove that. See invisible. Thought I saw an artifact ring, but I guess not. Yeah, Great Poison, I agree entirely. No, your messages are showing up. I think you just lagged a minute there. +0 Scythe on this Deep Elf Knight. How strange. Hey, Chef. Broyardee. Thanks for the follow, man. Good name. Okay, we've been both slowed and confused, all, I think, in the same turn. That's lame as hell. Let's, drink a cancel. Alright. This is obviously horrible. So we're blinking away. We're blinking away again. We're walking out of here. We got turbo drained. Really ugly. Could have been extremely bad. Stupid Tarantella. Ruining my life. Yeah, Great Poison, I agree with that entirely. There's really only two non-RNG options to solve. Actually, there's actually only one, maybe two RNG options to solve the whole mutation problem once you're mutated, because you say, you said, oh, well, outside of worshipping Zen, but here's the thing, they ruined that too. Because now the capstone for Zen is no longer clear all mutations, it's turn mutation potions into cure mutations. So riddle me this, what happens if what happens if you just don't find any mutation potions? Then Zen is worthless except for blocking mutations. On top of that, your only other real options, like I was saying, is actually Zom, which is the comedy option. You don't want to do that, but he will take your mutations off eventually. Or Jivia, which is also kind of a comedy option, so I don't know, man. Anyway, this sorcerer has a Scythe of Curses. Perhaps that's why I'm so nastily drained here. He's also summoning shadows with the Scythe. Perhaps more importantly, he's got this this ring with Sinv and a few other useful things on it. I think we're going to burn a acid on him. I'm going to lightning rod him to finish him off. Okay, he's done. Very, very drained. So that sucks, but at the same time, what do I need my skills for? I'm a troll. Okay, we don't want the Scythe of Curses. We do want this ring. Strict upgrade. Yeah, Great Poison, I don't know what to say other than that I agree with you. I mean, it's kind of the direction the development of this game has been going in, though. Like, make things less interesting, make the player have less choices instead of more. I can't say I'm happy about it, but there's not much I can do other than fork the game, I see that we found OCPA, which we can't wear. Far too fat. Found a file of floods, that's handy. Need to drop some stuff. That's Arlec hand crossbow, but we already have the Staff of Air, so it doesn't really matter that much. Hey, sweet. Hat of the Bear Spirit. That's kind of an interesting find. Obviously, we don't want to have Spirit Shield on a Qazlal guy, because like kind of takes away our ability to use Disaster Area in a pinch. But it's got MR++, so like what am I going to do not use it? It's amazing. What an amazing find. So yeah, that doesn't entirely solve our MR problems, which is to say like an Ancient Lich could still confuse me, or paralyze me, or whatever. And in fact, for the time being, even a regular Lich could, but it mostly solves our problems. So it's pretty sweet. Certainly gets us ready for vaults. That's a hand axe of it's a hand axe with MR on it. We're gonna have that as a swap. Well, I better use this +8 giant club of the king with Arlec, Arpoise, RC++ on it. That's cool. But yeah, no, this is good stuff, man. Had to get drained like crazy to get it, but alright, Neuromancer. Glad you came by the stream, man. It's always good to see new faces. Hopefully you come back soon. Alright, we have enchant armor. Let's use that on the shield. It's gonna get clowned out of court. No! Oh man, this is great. Even having the plus rage is awesome. That hat's gonna be very handy. If I find enough enchant armor as well, we could... Honestly, I hope we end up in Gold Dragon Scale. That would be the ideal here. Technically, we're still susceptible to Great Orbs, but I'm going to grab this Acid Dragon Scale, and we may be going to Slime soon, possibly. Also, what's up, Blokes? How you doing, man? Let's drop some rings. Let's drop random effects. Let's make sure we don't pick up any more random effects. I can probably drop Polymorph too. No, I still want Polymorph for the time being. I can drop Flame. Plus Rage, very handy with Stat Form. Well, I don't think this guy's going to end up using Stat Form. Wow, Quetzalcoatl, that's really interesting. I guess that makes early game berserking more dangerous than I thought it was. Although I always thought it was pretty dangerous. Even if you just end up slowed, it's pretty bad. Okay, I identified these artifacts in case they had minus telly. They don't. That's a +6 flail of speed, though. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I imagine I'd end up with like 700 hit points, Blokes. Alright, let's just tab. Let's tab a good bit of vaults here. We are strong enough to tab the hell out of this place. Okay, maybe not. Okay, it's the drain. I would be a lot better at fighting these things if I wasn't drained. I was like, why is my melee so bad? I can't hit anything, it's bizarre. Like I'm missing regular orcs. My accuracy has just taken a gigantic dip from having lost so much fighting in UC. It's Coming back though, here we go, tab, tab, tab. I should probably make sure OgNe just can't do anything to me. Ouch, they can actually paralyze me. 1%. Perhaps I shouldn't be tabbing them so much. Hard to resist. Have to level up like maybe one more time. There's our wizard. Let's resolve this by killing the Boggart. Oh, is that so? 10% to 7.6%. Interesting. That's still pretty high though, man. That's still almost 1 out of every 10 berserks. Berserk doesn't deserve to be this garbage, prove me wrong. Are you referring to the fact that you can't move around? I thought that was your main complaint, blokes. I mean, my big thing is I just want it to be reciprocal. Which is to say, I think that Monster Berserk is just way, way too different from Player Berserk. And as far as Paralyze goes, I just like Paralysis in general as a mechanic. I don't think it's that interesting. I mean, you'll see devs and their friends defend it by saying, well, it's the only mechanic in the game that you can't do anything about once it's already in process. Like, you have to deal with it before it happens. But that's just like one extra step. You know what I mean? Like everything in the game is that way. It's like better to deal with it before it happens. So I'm not buying it. You know, especially when there's so many things in the game that function as hard gear checks. So many MR targeting sources of para. Like that wizard right there. You can cancel Petrify after it starts. So, sort of. I'm in a disaster area. Look at how bad disaster area can be. Like, so many of the blasts landed elsewhere. Anyway, I did that because I'm marked, and there was an annihilator. Could do a lot of damage to me. Use that lightning rod to take out the ogre mage. Boy, we have a lot of strength. 34. Sick. If only because preparing for it in itself could be interesting. Whether you use summons. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, I enjoy the game of where you use allies or even enemies to sort of cover yourself. That's cool. That's interesting. I think it's interesting anyway. But what's not interesting about it is that you can just sort of explore into one of those dudes and die through no fault of your own, as they immediately tag you with para, and then summon a 6 Furhy, you know, which is a real thing that can happen. It's also kind of the same problem as Malmutate ever since they ruined Zen and took out some of the different potion types. Which is to say that, like, you can stop probably the lion's share of mutations, 99% even, which is fine in the ultra late game, but early on, it only really takes one bad mutation to really screw you over, you know? I've totally been killed by a paralysis in the mid-game. It's rare, but if you're playing perfectly, I would say it's rare, even with bad MR, but it's a non-zero chance, I gotta say. Oh, we actually found crypts already on Vaults 2. Almost always find it on Vaults 3. Uh-oh, corroded. This thing doesn't want to die. There we go. You know what I should do? I should go to Crypt. You don't get an MR. No, that's Quetzalcoatl is correct. It's not an MR buff. You're just straight immune to para for a few turns. I don't know exactly how many. So the trick is to just paralyze yourself and then... Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't think the defense lasts long enough to... actually save you. Let's go to Crypt. I'm doing it now because we'll run out of food in here. Hey, I can't be parried, right? Yeah, 0%. Should be able to fight everything in here, but yeah, we'll run out of food, and that's why I want to have a good bit of vaults left for me to take a little trip, take a little lunch break, and send my troll in there to munch on delicious humans. Yeah, spawning next to stairs is a problem. If there's like a Hydra next to you, that's an emergency situation for a lot of characters. And in terms of finding things far away from stairs, you just gotta have you gotta explore properly, and you gotta stay near staircases is what I mean. You're doing the Shining One's work, Rose. Thanks, Alivalon. Consider converting. I'm gonna have to take a little look at Qazlal Wrath. 50% chance of making a loud noise, same as Lightning Bolt. Independent 50% chance of... No, this is definitely not right. This LearnDB entry is incorrect. I'm 99% sure Qazlal just nukes you with damage. Maybe in addition to those things. D3 two-headed ogres spawn sleeping next to 2 out of 3 stairs. The old D3, the old spicy D3 two-headed ogre trick. That's a fun one. Yeah, the thing about the turn 1 thing is there's not a very good way to do it. In terms of like, it would probably mess up, it would probably make the character much stronger just across the board, you know? If I was going to change things, I would probably make it, my main thought is to make it so monsters take more than 1 turn to do some of these things. Some of the things that can kill you outright, like paralysis, just make them charge up like floating eyes, you know? I would love to see more floating eye style enemies in the game, not just for para, but for Confuse and for other things, and have it just maybe not target MR at all, you know? And then you have a chance to react. It makes the encounter way more interactive, so to speak, you know? Gives the player more choices to make. Gives them more time to do something about the problem, and makes it so there's not just this very convenient button you can press, which is to Like, oh, I'm just going to wear all, you know, I'm going to get lucky and find a lot of MR and now I'm immune to this crap and I can ignore it, you know. Specifically forbid certain spells like Smite Para. That's true. That is very janky though. I agree, that's a, in programming parlance we call that a kludge, a sort of awkward solution that's shoved into existing code that doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense. All right, let's acid this guy to get the debuff and then melee him down. Hopefully he doesn't copy me. Got him. But yeah, I think I'd be way more inclined to just do it my way, like make things take one more turn, and then make them more deadly somehow. Scroll of ammo. Need to drop some stuff. Let's identify this scroll. Scroll of acquirement, okay. What do you guys think I should acquire? It's got to be armor. Although my armor is pretty good. My body armor I could wear until the end of the game if I really wanted to. I don't know. Jewelry might be the move. Oh, we found a ring of pro magic. Cool. Let's go armor. It's got to be armor. Scarf. Scarf of repulsion. Well, that's worthless to me. Scroll of disappointment. Okay, we'll enchant this large shield. We can afford the manual of shields now. So let's take a quick pit stop. If that scarf had been cloud immunity. Well, to be fair, I get our missile already from worshipping Qazlal, so either of those would be equally useless. Let's go to Vaults real quick. Let's fill up on man flesh. This janky solution is to always let the player act first when encountering a monster for the first time. That kind of sort of solves it, yeah. That was the thing I was saying though that makes the player significantly stronger. It's like having perfect stealth almost, you know. I feel like you would, I mean, maybe that's not even a bad thing, you know, maybe it's not a bad thing, but I do think it would make the player very strong. I kind of like that solution though, to be honest. Do you know if any fork has done that? Hey buddy, 2% chance to para, huh? Let's put on our MR plus. Huh, that takes away our pro fire though. Perhaps we should not, I don't know, I want to have Sinvon. I'll just walk around without pro fire, it's fine. Outside of liches, there's really nothing in here that does fire damage. Don't think it'd be nearly as strong as perfect stealth. In my mind, the main use of stealth is to solve this exact problem, so I agree it wouldn't. I mean, I'm exaggerating. You're right. It wouldn't be as strong, or even in the same ballpark, but it would be very strong. Mana sleep or not notice you. Sure, if you're trying to stab, absolutely. I'm a little biased because I don't play stabbers. So I think that I'm just coming from that position. Let's drop Staff of Air, I think. I'll just drink resistance if need be. Likewise, let's drop Poly and Descent. All for leaving the monster alone. That's true. Yeah, you may be right. I wonder how hard that change would be to add to the game. I'd have to see the code. It might be annoying. Whoa, okay, I'm tabbing a greater mummy. Whoops. No, I agree entirely, man. Although it doesn't really necessarily solve the problem in the case of particularly bullshit things like acid wand to gib, for instance. Not that I would have early game monsters using acid, but let's just use it as an example. Let's say I kept that. You know, you turn the corner, a gib cannot acid wand you. But he's still really close to you, and you don't have the resources to do anything other than walk away from him or attack him. So you're still in a position where you're probably going to die, and it's basically not your fault. So, I don't know. I don't know if it well and truly solves it. Although if you just took out, you know, the most disgustingly RNG early game things like, you know, D4 acid wand to gib, then perhaps if you combine those two solutions, you would arrive at a game that is significantly less punishing on the RNG. I mean, I'm dreading this Spriggan Enchanter run coming up for that exact reason. There's so many things that could spawn in the early game that just end this man's whole career, you know? Hey, buddy. Okay, he is the Bolt of Fire guy. You really want to have Pro Fire. Put that on in the place of Senv. Just try to melee him down now. Ah, he cast Invisible. I'll just risk getting hit with the fire. Nice. Perfect. Not bad at all. Flagging para and such as emergency spells? That's interesting, although it would create very strange side effects like, oh, it's a sorcerer. I'm gonna cast or read fear on him, and then because he's afraid, he starts using emergency spells on you, so he just turns around and paralyzes you. I learned that happened the hard way, by the way. I think the first time I encountered that was when I got abyssed by a Rolcha. Because I was like, oh, I'm so smart, I'm gonna fear her, and then she's not gonna do anything to me, and then she just immediately decided to give me the punishment, you know. Wait, floor's not done. Oh man, he's waiting for me. Nice try, buddy. You can't really get past the plant. Yeah, you can. Shit. See if we can't melee him. Damn. Oh, we could get wrecked. Let's do 1 heal wounds, swing, swing. There we go. Died to petrification from a feared basilisk. Yeah, it's very easy to forget that basilisks have that flagged as emergency. It's not something I would have assumed, that's for sure. Damn, dude. Alright. You want me to tell her? I'll tell her. Okay. Should be able to swing him down. There we go. Swing all these spiders down, and then the floor is done. Well, we found Vampire's Tooth. Nothing particularly useful in here, though. How do you deal with Hell Sentinels as a melee character? Just lost a promising DSFi and 11 runes because I couldn't kill him at all. Just be aware of how much damage they can do, and if you're in a position where they can do enough damage to kill you, it's time to blink out. And that's really the best I can tell you. You can't BVC them, sadly. So you really just have to have really good... As a melee guy, you just... Well, it depends. Like, what god were you worshipping, for example? I mean, what tools did you have available to you? Because that's going to color my response on what exactly you should do. But, I mean, the general advice is, like I said, just like, how much damage can they do? Okay, well, I don't want to take that much damage. I'm going to, this can kill me next turn, I'm going to blink away. 2216, 2715, no way. Blinked away from the last 4 of them and ran out of scrolls. I was worshipping MiAK. Yeah, MiAK doesn't provide you with a lot of ways to take down stuff quickly in the end game, and in exchange for not doing that, he provides you with an amazing amount of healing. What you could have done, I guess, is like had a demon buddy, maybe. I mean, if your character's just not very good at melee, then you're going to have these problems a lot. And at that point, you're going to need some kind of repeatable way to make your life easier. But you may just have to use like a potion of might, It's just you have to have a good gauge of exactly how good your guy is in melee. Anyway, we cleared crypts. Let's go back into the vaults. It's a bit of an awkward time. Insofar as I don't know, after I finish Vaults 4, I don't know where I want to go. Beneficial mutation into Gozag's potion petition. I don't think that Gozag needs to be buffed. +9 Demon Trident of Electrocution. Yeah, I would say that qualifies as a fairly subpar weapon for the purposes of extended. I mean, you could have abandoned Mokleb and gone for TSO and turned that into a Trishula, and then you would have been doing tons of damage, but then you have to deal with Mokleb Wrath. And Mokleb Wrath can LCS you, so it's not exactly safe. Oh, Demon Spawn. Sorry, I forgot it was a Demon Spawn. Yeah, I mean, I guess I would have maybe, if there was no other good weapon available, you might even consider moving to a Broadaxe or something. You have the cross training. Okay, we could have Senvon. Ditch the large shield and grab a Bardish. I don't agree with that. I would not get rid of the large shield. I mean, think about this. Without a shield, you're taking more iron shots from, the Hell Sentinels. That's not good, right? People say that shields drop off in extended in usefulness, and that's like half true. But there's still plenty of threats that the shield blocks. I actually would like to kill the mage here. Getting rid of Nekazek. No mutations for me today. Alright, magic map. Because there's a bazaar. Looks like it's over here. Finisher had spawned in your game. That probably wouldn't have done much against Hell Sentinels, to be fair. They have very high hit dice. Okay, explore through all this stuff. Take a look at the shops. I see that there's haste available, and man, we've gotten screwed over a little bit on haste, so we're going to buy those. Mutation, Invis, Curing, Agi. I'll even take Magic. There are reasons this character would want a Magic Potion. Anything else I want? Hell yeah, there is. Agi, Ambrosia, Resistance, Curing. Don't really need the Brilliances. Anything else? Phantom Mirror, I suppose. Robe of Magic Resistance, no. We don't have the money for Phantom Mirror. I could abyss myself on purpose to get it. I mean, it would be nice to have a Phantom Mirror for TRJ. But it seems like a weird thing to go to the abyss for. And I would have to cast... I'd have to cast about 1 billion translocation spells. I would have to, it would be like teleport other, I guess, or force lance, which would just be dumb. 90%. Yeah, I'm not doing this. It takes forever. I remember the last time I tried to do this, and we're a troll anyway, so we'd run out of food really quickly. Hey, Josh Meyer, what's up, man? Can't wait to see this TeCj. Yeah, it'll be fun on Qazlal. You've come at a good time. We're about to have to make a choice as to what we're doing first, Slime or Vaults 5. It's probably going to be Slime, I think. Should have grabbed a disto weapon, I think, for self-abyssing. Tab, tab, tab. Can we fight this whole gigantic pack? Maybe. I'm sticking around until Vaults 4 because I want to see if I can't find myself some gold dragon armor. On the other hand, my only source of our core is the acid dragon scale. Wait a minute, just kidding. There's resist corrosion. My envo is only 10. That'll go up more later. Am I going to change to Chief? Yeah. No, I don't want to deal with Qazlal Wrath. I think that he can LCS you. So taking that kind of Wrath is probably a bad idea. It's an interesting idea though to get the rune. Yeah, I know it scales really hard with envo. I want to get more at some point. I want to end up with the envo title. We might take it all the way to 27. I doubt it, but maybe. Having our missile has probably done a lot more for me this game than I really realize. Oh, I can drop this hand axe. Don't need the MR on it anymore. Oh wait, wow, okay, this is Vaults 5. I'm a genius going down here accidentally. Totally intended. Alright, let's, instead of the Acid Dragon scale, we're going to drop that. We're going to grab the R core that we found in Crypt. We're going to wear it. Now we have our core and our C+++. Looks pretty sexy for slime, right? Great orb at 0%. Can't be paralyzed in here. Do I have a lot of mute? I hope so. Should have bribed. Don't want to get mutated here. Here we go. This will block. Honestly, I think I'm gonna upheaval him. There we go. I'm just seeing things going badly on this character if I get mutated. It's one sexy troll, I know, right? That's what it's all about. Scroll of Silence, okay. Would have liked to have had that earlier in Elf, but that's fine. Huh. I might disaster area right here. If I take a step, hold on, if I take a step this way, then I can only be hit by the one on the bottom left, and even then I don't think he can get me because there's a dude in the way. What I could do is this. Order the guy to, well, that doesn't actually help, damn. Just disaster area. I already got one of the worst possible mutations I could have gotten. Pretty lame. How did I get confused? 2% chance? Wow, okay. I didn't realize that I was still susceptible to them. Let's get on the staircase, man. Confuse ended again. Another curing. It was, the armor fits strangely on my, poorly on my strangely shaped body, so that means I lost a total of 4, maybe 5 AC, which is pretty significant if you ask me. But that's fine. We have 7 mutation. We'll drink that off once we finish clearing slime 4 or slime 5. You got a hump. Yeah. I guess so. Got that confused, man. Thankfully it's only 2%. We must be like just barely immune to Great Orb para. But hey, on the plus side, this means I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about Shining Eyes anymore. For the most part, I can just tab them, since I'm going to be drinking mutation anyway. Oh, I should clear slime 4. Oh wait, only 1 exit. Okay. Hey, Dissolution, what's up, buddy? Wow, should I Zerk him? Probably not. 2% equals 100% for golden eyes, pretty much. Let's Agi. Let's Might. Let's just swing his ass down. Wait, can he be netted? Swing. I know that's a floating eye. Oh, no, I need to read Fear. Yeah, because I could have got confused. Upheaval it? I could. But that's not guaranteed to actually work. But Fear is pretty likely, much more likely than Upheaval. Upheaval can just, I've noticed Upheaval can sometimes just do no damage, like not even hit the thing that you're aiming at. So I'm pretty wary. Anyway, I'm really glad that TRJ hasn't shown up yet. And there he is. Suppose I can magic map here. How much? How much digging? We have 9, 2, 3. Oh, sorry about that. Moved my laptop accidentally there. I mean, we can dig through, but it's very painful on the dig counts. I think we're gonna have to try to find another way down. We actually, for once, we have enough. Okay, we'll go up over here. And yeah, the clouds are really handy versus green slimes. Wow, fascinating. Okay, go back down, go up over here. Still no more mutations. I've been trying to kill the Shining Eyes quickly. You feel frail. Thanks, fam. And we're marked. Wow. Tons of mutations now. Brutal. But we'll drink them off. Vision blurs. Rough. Drinking solves a lot. I don't agree with that. I think it probably causes more problems than it solves. But in this case, drinking curing mutation, or just potion of mutation, sadly not curing. Look at all these bad mutes. Maybe I will convert to Jivia. Dehydration and sobriety. Actually, I think that drinking alcohol dehydrates you more than it hydrates you, depending on what it is you're drinking. Not going to quench a lot of thirst that way. We don't have Berserkitis yet, so a minus scroll is kind of a problem, though. I see, Josh Meyer. But you said sobriety, too. So I assumed you were talking about the same thing. Tab, tab, tab. So it was a long journey, but we've managed to get to Slime 4 again. I'd rather not pull things up this staircase. There's a Zot trap there. I get marked on purpose. Pulled everything to that location. Nice. Hey, Ring of Shaolin. That's plus 8 EV at the least. Ah, damn. My clouds are going to make a ton of jellies. Let's teleport. It's perfect, except he's going to see me. Alright, let's just take care of this. Let's haste. Let's start sucking down mutation. Okay, perfect. Everything's fixed in 2 mutations. We'll drink Might. We'll drink Agi. There's no way he hasn't heard this explosion. All these explosions, yeah. He'll come this away. We have Agi, Might, haste. We don't need resistance. Okay, get the net on him. Swing on his friend. Get the net on him. Summoning. Use disaster area for stop points. I don't think it actually works. Something I'm starting to notice is I don't think disaster area works very well if the enemy's right next to you. A fun way that you could kill TrJ, a very expensive way, is you could dig out like a little cavern in the wall, like a perfect little layout where disaster area would do the most damage to him as he's approaching. That'd be kind of fun. F for TRJ. Press F in chat to pay respects. Don't forget to pay respects. The cloak of poison resist. But that takes away blink. Do I care about blink? Have I used it? Not really. I have 9 scrolls of blinking. I think we're okay. Take the Arpoise. At least until I stop wearing this IDA. Chief, yeah. What did you just do? Sorry, brother. Let's grab all this loot. Grab the Ring of Phasing / Shaolin. Hey, Bubblehead, how you doing, man? Okay, that's all the loot. That is all the loot. Go back to vaults. Finished in lair forever. Drop the cloak here in case we need it again. I suppose I'm going to drop the Ring of Phasing. Feels a little silly not to use it, but I don't know, I think I want to send more. So I don't get surprised. Where's this Ring of Profire? Oh man. Actually, I need to wear MR Plus more than anything, because I could get tagged with an Ancient Lich. We could do Vaults 5 right now, but it's gonna be a real spicy journey. Yeah, we are on the Crawl God Drama Island. I see it kind of like an anime, I guess. Senv over phasing, yeah. Kinda Perpetual Blur, I mean, I guess you're right, but the thing is I'm not actually, I'm not even really picking Senv over phasing, I'm picking MR Plus and RF Plus. I think you're probably right that I would be picking convenience over optimality if I wore phasing over Senv. Anyway, let's do Vaults 5. Hey, Blue, how you doing? I just realized I think this is the first time you chatted today. You just get here? But yeah, V5 is so wild on a Qazlal character. Like, you can teleport, but you're still fighting the whole floor. So we're gonna just have to hope this works out. Okay, we're gonna go back up. That's jewelry there, wow. There's a warden. Still have no Arlek. But I'm less worried about that now that I have a lot of hit points and Qazlal has his Arlek kicking in whenever I want it. Oh man, a Torpor Snail, really? Okay, let's go up. Really glad that the Warden just let me do that. We do have Immolate, so if we need to blow up an awful lot of stuff, we can do that. Just MO plus Disaster Area. And we're training Invokes. There's the slow from the Torpor Snail. We'll go up. It's probably it is probably a shapeshifter, so I need to be wary of that turning into a freaking floating eye. I am still in the IDS, believe it or not. I don't know what else I would really swap to. I don't have any enchant armor, so I mean I've been burning it all on this shield. I was just kind of hoping I'd find some gold dragon scales. Let's go down. Let's go up. I'm surprised that shapeshifter has not shapeshifted out of Torpor Snail mode. Yeah, Jory's a pretty dangerous fella with that Torpor Snail around. But now we get to pull him up. Slow is over. You know what? I'm gonna pair this guy. Take him down. A little dangerous fighting all this stuff. Jory High Roller has joined the chat. You know, I ran into his ghost a while back, and I was very pleased to see him in the chat yesterday, actually. And now we get to fight him. We get to fight the Jory High Roller. Interweaver back there. Jody High Roller, Jody High Roller, a rapper? Maybe. I'm afraid that I don't keep up on rappers. I know this is very surprising. Take out the Eden, he's the big damage here, and the two-headed ogre, and the Storm Dragon. Dude, Qazlal, I have a newfound respect for him. The fact that he takes my AC from 27 to 30, I mean, 3 is not that much, but it's significant. But I mean, I don't know exactly how much SH he's giving me. I guess he's, wow, he gives you 8 points of SH at max piety. That's amazing. Storm scales, yeah, that's that sure is a storm scale. That gives me my RLEC. I lose my RC plus though, which is fine. Let's see, we go from 2714 to 2613, but we have RLEC all the time, and we can enchant this up further. I think that's correct. Let's drop the Profire. Let's grab our cloak, actually. Well, see, that's interesting, because then we would have to give up our poise, which can be annoying. Because we could wear this cloak, right? We don't have our poise. But we could have phasing on at that point. I think that's worth, yeah. My instinct is to go in a different direction there. But I think my instinct is wrong. Oh, let's kill the shapeshifter. We have sick defenses, though. And they're only going to get better as we enchant this thing up, although we might not. Okay, this is the worst thing that could have happened. First of all, where's the warden? Am I blind? I don't see the guy who I don't see in the log. The Vault Warden activates a sailing rune. Okay, there it is. So where's the Vault Warden? Where could he be? Oh wait, he's right here. I'm just blind. Okay. I could telly, it's true. I could telly. I think we definitely blink to start with. Corrosion is fine. We can cancel that off. We have 2 cancel. We could probably let ourselves get hit, hopefully by the Quicksilver Dragon. Check this out. I'm going to MO. And then I'm gonna acid wand this stuff. I'm cooking with gas a little bit here. I realize bad things could happen, but yeah, disgusting number of blink scrolls indeed. I know that Jory could make me have a real bad day here, but I want to blow all this crap up. Look how much Jory's actually taking damage. Oh crap, minus 12 corrosion though. Not 2 demonologists anymore, Perpetual Blur. That's a 0/0 demonologist now. Okay, at minus 12 core, I still think we can kill him with our fists. I do have our missile. There we go, he's dead. That's huge. Now we're going to teleport. Didn't major in fire safety. They did not. Don't flame me, bro. Crap. Look at this. Hasted Ancient Lich. And I am still corroded all to hell. And back. As long as I'm attacking fast. That means that He can't LCS me twice, so we just swung on him a few times as the telly was kicking in. That's a cancellation. I could use that. I'm just trying to conserve. Maybe that's foolish. Light a match and pray. Cobalt outhouse, no! Terrible. I don't want this branch. We just found the, what is it called? The Lajatong of Order? Yeah. We can use that to turn our mutation potions into quasi cure mutation potions, so that's cool. Okay, Warden goes down. Bit of a problem. Ancient Lich. Let me check something real fast. I'm gonna drink this Brilliance. I'm gonna regen. There we go. That helps a little. Have we figured out what book he has? No. Don't LCS me, bro. Got him. Damn, trolls are strong. We're gonna get that 27 invokes, I think, on this game. Or at least I'm gonna try to. Paralyze the Hornet so I didn't get paralyzed. Probably shouldn't be fighting here. I should have gone to a corner, to be honest. On the other hand, I have a staircase right here, and as long as no more wardens show up, I can just conveniently go right upstairs whenever I want to, right? Yeah, I do have it, it's fine. It's a very strong character, it's just, it's different. It's a different Vaults 5 experience when everything is always heading towards you like you're marked all the time. Alright, we found the ring Qazlal with Slay -6. Really solid ring, I should definitely wear it. RC minus, Slay -6, minus stealth, Dex +6. I want that Dex, guys. That's enchant weapon. We don't ever need enchant weapon ever again. Stealth is for pansies anyway. What about Slay? Is Slay for pansies? Are you doing this before Depths on Qazlal? I am. And I will defend that choice, because I think that as much as I am terrified of getting shafted in Depths on a normal character, I am about 1,000 times, 1,000 times more afraid of getting shafted in Depths on a Qazlal character. So I think it's the right move. Granted, there's more things you can do in Depths after getting shafted, but than in Vaults 5. There's also a greater selection of things that can own you. Now let's grab this Lajatong of Order. We really should carry it around all the time. Remove curse. Can you get shafted into a worse situation than a teletrap on Vaults 5? Well, a teletrap on Vaults 5 just generally means you tele again, but interesting question. I mean, there are a lot of wacky, dangerous, brutal vaults in Depths. And if I get shafted deep enough, I might have to roll through a couple of them, you know? Bad LARPing, Zom. The Abyss is Lagonu's habitat. Alright, Cloak of Magic Resist. Don't need that really, although we could. And then we could get that ring off. It's kind of silly. Shafts are also half as common in depths as tele in VSFi. Is that true? Is that a fact? The thing is, I'm not afraid of tele in VSFi really. I mean, first of all, it would have to affect me right as soon as I go downstairs since I'm not leaving the staircase. Secondly, it may very well just send me somewhere I'd rather be, you know? I mean, I would say that if this character was less tanky, I may have gone about it in a different way. I mean, I didn't exactly do a huge cost-benefit analysis on, like, do I want to go to depths or VSFi, because I knew the character could handle it, you know? Abyss is full of chaos. Clearly Zom and Lagonu are friends. Definitely canonical. Lagonu is Zom's girlfriend, right? Anyway, we didn't find anything in here, but that's fine. Still doing pretty well. I do wish we had gold dragon scales, but honestly with the Arlex storm we might just stick with it. One more really good item would really make this character super, super strong. But we could finish the game like this for sure. Let's head into depths now. Perpetual Blur, were you around for the time that I almost died on this streak because I was trying to prove a point to blokes, and I went into depths and I immediately got shafted, and it was a really bad time. A bad time was had by all. Hey, we have this enchant armor now. I guess I should probably commit to enchanting Storm Dragon Scale, but I think it can wait. I think I can wait until Zot to make that decision, because I want to see what I get in depths and what I get for doing like 5 floors of a ziggurat. It's a really good stair dance. Sounds like a game-changing power boost to me. Trading an accuracy for +3 slay. Not having Sinvin here is going to be obnoxious. I name all my characters Beyonce. All they do is slay. Alright. So yeah, whole depths floor is coming to me, but seems like we're doing just fine. Yes, Brigand Enchanter is up next, and I may very well have time to start it, actually. I probably shouldn't, you know, because it is a dangerous game, and if I play my early game recklessly, then I'm pizzoned. But I may very well have to do the first few floors just because I'm antsy to get it done, you know. Life is a dangerous game. I see. Nobody gets out alive. Well, I would, I'm going to say some true blasphemy here, which is that I don't think Spriggan Enchanter is a good start. In fact, I think it's a bad start. Just keeping my Senvon for the time being. Okay, that's a ring that's a strict upgrade to my MR Plus ring, I think. Yes. So that's interesting. What else? Sack of Spiders, Box of Beasts, okay, put that on the list. Cobb Finger Necklace. That's interesting. Is every race and background represented in Elliptic Streak? I don't think so. Dankus meme, not well, Knowles didn't exist when he did it, for one. GammaFunk told you to go Kiku. You know, as much as I make fun of his bad opinions and bad advice, it's not terrible. If I were to look at the aptitudes of a Spriggan, you would see that Necromancy blows on them, right? -1. But -1 really isn't that bad. And Kiku is really, really, really strong. So, yeah, I'd go Kiku. I'd go Kiku on a Spriggan. Yeah, -1 is fine. It's not good, but it's serviceable, I guess is the word I would use. You guys want to go to hell real quick? Oh, Necromancy, as long as you don't get caught. Who's going to catch you? Zen. It's kind of wild that Regen is considered a Necromancy spell. Like, I'm just healing myself, bro. Yeah, that's definitely true, Adort. I mean, to be honest, even with a low aptitude, you're going to have an easy time in the early game with Kiku if he gives you Corpse Rot. Corpse Rot's really strong. It essentially gets you all the way through Lair by itself. Dude, this is ugly. There's a lot of zombies today. I'm just trying to get the horn here. Uh-oh, constricted. Alright, you've sold me. You blink out, we'll dig. Wow, that is just a casual mummy priest on this floor. Oops. So the Anaconda skeleton constricted me, and that scared the hell out of me. We're slow now, but that's okay. We still attack faster than speed 1. Yeah, I've heard that too, Perpetual Blur. I don't have a problem with Regen being restricted because it's incredibly powerful. It's arguably one of the best spells in the game, which is funny because so many people disregard it. It would be great in this position, by the way. Quick cast Lich Form. Lich Form Troll, huh? I hope that Blizzard demon doesn't try to sell me a really crappy Chinese knockoff mobile game and then ask me, when I say that I don't want it, he'll ask me if I have a phone. Do you guys not have phones? Wonder if they canceled that project yet. I know their stock dropped by like 20% after that announcement. Canceling would be to admit incompetence. Ah, yeah. I don't know, man. I haven't had very many good things to say about Blizzard ever since... Well, it's been a while, let me put it that way. You know, the old Blizzard North guys like Bill Roper, they were the ones holding that company together in terms of creating interesting stories and interesting games and things like that. They managed to turn StarCraft into like this saccharine sort of dumb Hollywood love story instead of what it used to be, which was gritty sci-fi. It's like, please poop on my childhood some more. Ever since they murdered my whole family and destroyed life as I knew it. Yeah. They did that to me too. Anyway, that was the horn. We got the horn. The horn's perhaps a little less useful on Qazlal since my clouds will hit my own not ice beasts, my own hell beasts. But it's still pretty good to have. Was Overwatch the thing that popularized loot boxes? I mean, they definitely existed a long time before that. I guess it depends what you mean by popularized. Blizzard is really, really, really competent when it comes to making money, and not much else. You know, they've had the golden goose that is World of Warcraft for so long. that the company fundamentally changed into this sort of mammon machine where they just make money. That's all they do. And I understand it's a company, that's their job, but I mean, once upon a time they made really compelling things like Diablo 2 and the first StarCraft, and you know, things that were genuinely good. Yes, I was going to say CSGO I thought was the first loot box mechanic. Milk us like a cow. That would be the operative metaphor, I think. Yeah, I don't want to be milked either. Feels degrading. Okay, okay, we don't need any more scrolls from here. Got another enchant armor. Again, I'm foregoing enchanting this Storm Dragon armor just for the moment. I just want to keep my options open because we could find some really cool RLEC item, and we could find gold dragon scales after that. It's not super likely, but the bottom line is, like, my guy is pretty much able to smash through depths right now, even at his current defenses. So I don't think a couple of points of AC is going to change anything. Let's lamp here. Come on. There we go. That was like a whole vault. What's in here? Oh, an artifact helmet. There was a sweet, sweet artifact helmet in there that I can't wear. Mobile games did it first? You mean loot boxes? Yeah, probably. Farmville did it first, right? I mean, how far back are we going? Man, mobile games. I don't know. The casualization of gaming as a hobby has been going on for a very long time, and I think that's why people, well, look at roguelikes, you know. It's a place to go where it's like there's nothing casual about it. You know, you either have to be very good at the game or you're not going to win, which is interesting. Anyway, let's pull this stuff up. Freaking casuals. There's nothing wrong with casual gaming. It just, what I don't like is the fact that it's essentially, tell me which big company is catering to people who want an old school, like 90s style gaming experience. Is there a AAA company that does that? Does that exist? I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with liking it the opposite way, but the entire industry has realized that, well, you can make tons of money doing the other thing, you know. So, right, absolutely they do. But I mean, once upon a time, I mean, it's like a culture thing, I guess. Because once upon a time, you had the big companies pandering to the average kind of person who was on the internet in the 90s, you know. Rather than the average kind of person who's on the internet today. Oh, I should be careful here. Freaking Sajobo's about to teach me a lesson here. Let's teleport. Kind of sad that Quake 3 Arena just doesn't have the same community it used to. Yeah, I mean, can't last forever, I guess. Crank that Sojobo. Is this a good opportunity for me to complain about Sojobo being female for no reason in this game? Despite being an actual male figure in mythology. Chinese mythology, I believe. Of the following backgrounds, the following are not represented in Elliptic Streak. Wow, he got all the backgrounds? That's, except for Enchanter and Wanderer, that's really interesting. And he actually tried to do Enchanter, so maybe he was specifically trying to streak all the backgrounds. Maybe I'll do like a null wanderer. That could be fun. Can you do the same thing for races? Is there a command for that? Hey, Zatahua. Don't play Mummy Wanderer. That's it, I'm going to play Mummy Wanderer. They're blown backwards, alright. Bye-bye, Zatahua. You will never enjoy a baguette ever again. The current races the following are not represented in Elliptic Streak. Halfling, Demon Spawn, Deep Elf, Baraki, which you can't be blamed for because those didn't exist back then, and Null. Oh, you had already said the races, I see. I just didn't see the first message. There's no mummy. Wait, no, there must have been a mummy. Let me scroll up. Was there a mummy in this? I don't think there was a mummy in this. I don't remember playing a mummy, but I could have hit my head and forgotten. No, there's no mummy. I bet you there's a LearnDB command that will do the heavy lifting for you on this kind of thing. Mummy Artificer would be fine. You know, Leo Littlebook once told me that I couldn't streak Mummy Artificers. Well, we have Man in here, and he's, as far as I know, he's like the most knowledgeable guy that I know when it comes to LearnDB commands, so if he doesn't know it, I don't know who else I would ask. Alright, let's go down to depths 4. Malcolm already forgot the muck. We did not play the muck. There was no muck. I will not play a muck. Oh, I should be careful. This is Enchantress's pack. Damn it. Alright, we'll tally. We'll dig. That is a complete and total fat finger of the keyboard. Look at me wasting my digging. Alright, that's it. I didn't realize I was going to be digging into some lava. Let's enjoy the lamp here. What's she got? +3 Fairy Dragon Scale. Arlek, Arpoise, Arcor, Sinv, and Stealth. That's actually not bad. I wish it had a few more points of, you know. Points of AC. But in terms of Fairy Dragon Scales, it's pretty good. Oh, come on. More stuff's coming from the other end. Just want to get my hit points back, you know. Qazlal doesn't want to let you do that, though. It's too noisy. Even in here, there's no explosions, right? But you'll notice my noise meter is still super loud. See, we're in the forest branch, yeah. Alright, let's grab this. Let's go up. 26 AC, 16 EV. 22 AC, 19 EV. So I lose 4 AC and I gain 3 EV. Hey Herschel, I have not beaten the streak yet. This is the current. This current game will match the streak, and then the game after that will beat it. What's fairy scales? It's just the Enchantress's special armor. No, I can't walk around with 22 AC. Are you kidding me? No way. Even 26 I'm not happy with, although at least I get a bonus from Qazlal. variability has the worst possible interpretation. Did you not know? Did you not know that the noise keeps up even with no storms? Yeah, it's extremely dumb. I would agree with that. I think I only discovered that last session. I was just like, wow, this is really something. Yeah, you can't leave out key parts of the rant, man. It's crucial that when you're bitching about something, you've got to, and believe me, I'm an expert at ranting at things, so, or ranting about things. Got to make sure you get it all. Hello, Mask of the Dragon. Damn, I can't take off Bear Spirit. I need the MR. I mean, in fact, I'm actually hurting on MR a little bit. If I don't wear this ring, then Ancient Liches can still tag me, so what a shame that we can't use Mask of the Dragon. That would be sweet. Oh well, it's fine. Strength. I am not using phasing, I'm using Synv instead. And the thing is, Mask of the Dragon gives Sin, but it also would be replacing my Hat of the Bear Spirit. Hat of the Bear Spirit gives me 2 MR. Mask of the Dragon gives 1 MR. So the long story short is that I would be 1 MR short. Is there a way in here? Okay, I guess we'll dig in. Okay, I guess I will drink Flight to get across the way. Well, hold on, is that what I think it was? Oh my lord. Hey buddy. Hey buddy. Ah, that's fun. Scales of the Dragon King. That allows me to wear my mask. What language is DCSS written in? C. Although it kind of depends what you mean, because there's a ton of JavaScript Tornado.js that allows the web tiles to work. There's a bunch of Perl that massages various files that the backend uses. I think there's even some Python scripts in there. So it's kind of an interesting question to ask. Which language is it written in? Like the base game is C, but a lot of other stuff interacts with the project. Okay, we drop the Spirit. We lose 35 hit points effectively, but we gain Synv all the time. Drop the Synv. We wear Ring of Phasing. But now we lack Aralek. But that's probably okay, right? I mean, Qazlal's got me covered, right? Ordinarily, I would never ever do this, but I think it's the right move. Now I'm Diesel. I'm not Diesel. I'm close to Diesel. You have to have like 50 hit points to be Diesel. 46, oh no, 46. 31 EV. Yeah, so we're not close to Diesel. Our EV is too slow. Learn Shock. Yeah, maybe I should, Dinky. Maybe I should. Cheese it. Still haven't found the Zig. Ancient Lich. Can't touch me. We also lost R negative, so I don't know. Hard to say which is better here. I could wear Cloak of MR and have a different ring on. Our current cloak is just giving us RC and Blink. Let's do that. That will allow me to do something different on the ring. Sadly, no Aralek available on ring slot, but nice cosplay as a Draconian. Thanks, bro. I'm carrying the enchant armor. I see that I've got a little viewer here. Hey, I am streaming at twitch.tv/Malcolm gaming if you'd care to join. Okay. So that's interesting. That means I have one more MR than I need, so we take off the ring, we look at Ancient Liches, we see that still 0%. So what jewelry, what rings are available? I guess I'd probably just wear like an AC ring. +4 ring of protection. Yeah. Either that or I could wear a ring of positive energy, which I know sounds bizarre. But I think I'm gonna, to be honest with you, because I just don't want to get tagged. You know, with like red drain because I meleeed a storm dragon, or excuse me, a shadow dragon for too long. Pop that on. That's not bad. Positive attitude is a part of any winning team. Hell yeah. It's a great mystery how Qazlal is creating his clouds. I choose to believe he's just like constantly like blowing bubbles. It's got to be exhausting. Found some shops here. I'll buy the box of beasts. There's a lot of nice wands I'd like to have, but I just don't have the gold for them. Some artifacts I don't care about. So yeah, I should do okay in Zot. I have a lot of clown defense, tons of SH and R missile, and Qazlal's be an MVP here against clowns. So if we run into a lot of those, I'm not super scared. Well, that's just Gozag, Josh Meyer. Clearly he's the patron saint of the shops, so they just their inventory just sort of appears in the back of the room because they're venerating Gozag and they're going to give him part of the proceeds. Or maybe they're just retired adventurers. Okay, we've already gotten a potion of might, a scroll of silence, and a potion of cancellation out of this Zig. So we've already gotten some good stuff. Okay, let's kill these stupid statues. There we go. Interesting. Let's go down. I'm just doing like a few floors of this because it's free. There's often a lot of good stuff in here. I mean, we've already gotten a ton of very good things, and we're only on the 3rd floor. Oh yeah, I'm immune to clouds, so I don't need our poise, do I? Not that I don't have it, but I just realized that. Scarf of Spirit Shield, I don't care about that. I'd rather have the Cloak of MR. Tab these fellas. I blinked and you died in a Zig. What happened? I died in a Zig? No! Not again. Yeah, we're just getting some extra power here. Goodbye, Ice Fiend. Guess I should pick up the Ring of the Amulet of Reflection and check it. Dude, that's +5. Do I want that more than another pip of RF, maybe? That's right. How do you like my large rocks, bruh? Got a problem? Let's just leave. No reason to take any more risks. Alright, as much as I want the +5 AMI of reflection, I don't know, man. I think I'd rather have RF++. I guess I could swap. That'd be good. Yeah, we'll just swap for the purposes of orbs of fire. Although honestly, I bet we could melee an orb of fire down like this. Biggest problem is lack of RLEC, and like I said, Qazlal will solve that. We have to full clear, by the way. There's no two ways about it. Qazlal's just too damn loud. I really don't like full clearing Zot, just because it's tedious and somewhat dangerous, but I mean, all things considered, it's always optimal to do it. It's always optimal to full clear Zot. It's just, you gotta do it carefully. But it's not just optimal, it's like unavoidable to do it on Qazlal, because otherwise I'm gonna leave so much crap hungry for my blood and awake as I go down. I prefer 103 large rocks to 2 chains, Josh Meyer. Favorite run of the streak so far? This is a good question. I'll take a quick look. So many good ones, not easy to choose. The DDAR, no, I'm just kidding. I guess, trying to think of some memorable things about all of these runs. Probably my favorite run was the one where it'd probably be a split between the VPIE or I think it was the Spriggan Arcane Marksman, because both of those games became incredibly awkward in the mid game because I skilled them wrong. So I had to kind of climb my way out of a pickle. I'm not sure if that was the Spriggan Arcane Marksman. Whatever the Spriggan was, where I went for Discord, and then it just made things very strange. Octoboat Fire Elementalist was also a ton of fun, for sure. Very hectic, but a lot of fun. I mean, did you remember the part of Octoboat Fire Elementalist where I used MO specifically to get a bunch of experience? Like I had to kill the ogre right then and there because every other staircase was just miserable. Now that was a lot of fun. So maybe that was the best run. I had forgotten about that almost. I think there's probably a VOD of that. Contemplated that MO for 10 minutes. Well, it would have been the end of the streak if I hadn't. I had to play that perfectly, and even then I could have lost. It was like we had to do the math on, like, what are the chances if, what are the chances of actually killing this thing with, I think it was 4 flame tongues. and it worked. It worked out that we actually got the average, and it took exactly 4 flame tongues to take him down. Yeah, 2 roaming orc priests on a Spriggan. It's brutal. Not only were they roaming, the layout of the floor was such that, like, if I had tried to go up there and fool around, it was a very high chance that I would run right into them. Like, trying to go elsewhere was just not a good option. I mean, I have been criticized for spending a lot of time thinking about really bad situations, especially during CSDC, but I mean, that's how you survive, man. Let's identify this. It's crap. I don't really need minus tele. I could get teleported into the end vault and I'd still be pretty safe. We have 21 invocations now, so our disaster area is... It's solid. Oh, that's summoning. It's not a speed run, don't apologize. You're a thoroughbred wind. Alright. I don't know if I was apologizing, just making note. Yeah, no, I mean, absolutely. That's the thing, is like in a situation like that, 10 minutes of thought is, you gotta think about like, okay, well, if I'm on a streak, how much time have I spent trying to get this streak? How much time, you know, do I want to spend on this situation that could end that whole streak, you know? Even I thought you were dead. I see. Maybe I started the streak over, you know, after dying. But yeah, I mean, that is part of the fun of DCSS, I have to admit. As much as I complain about early game RNG, in some cases, I mean, I have to admit that it is interesting to be in like a nail-biter type situation. If you had died 3 into the streak, would you have reset? Probably. Probably. Maybe not. I don't know. I've always been weirdly confident that this streak would just go well. Even though I know that there's a lot of ways to die in the early game in this game that are just more or less pure RNG, I just always knew. It's just kind of strange. I just expected that we would get through it. Seems to have worked out. Can't really explain why. Looks like we're going to tie, though, at a minimum. I'm calling shots. Well, I don't know, man. We could have a bad... Certainly possible to have a bad endgame here, like our orb run could go badly. Oh, we don't have any Holy Word. That's interesting. Ah, should I be ultra careful since it's Qazlal? Spin is what separates boys from the men. Well, I just hope my early game doesn't hose me. Let's dig. But yeah, I mean, I might actually go do Abyss, because not having Holy Word on the orb run is pretty worrying, especially if I don't have much in the way of evocations and I'm worshipping Qazlal. I don't know, you guys. Cannot buy Holy Word from a shop. Nope. Nothing doing. This is like the most Chadley curse toe of all time. Instantly tormenting me a billion times. Yeah, I know, right? It's quite a toe. Tab the... Well, I was going to say tab the clown, but then a dragon showed up. We're fine. We're fine to tab. I should probably be a little more careful with the clowns, though, to be honest. But there's not a whole lot that can show up. This is the clown vault, actually. Probably very bad, Neuromancer. Also, welcome back. Imagine the smell. DCSS convention, imagine the smell. Nah, I'm just messing around. I am also glad that I'm still alive. We're about to win. Most interesting part of the game, perhaps, is happening right now. We're going to dump ourselves into soft 5. Any close ones? Not really. I did Vaults 5, and Perpetual Blur had some complaints about that. He said he thought I should have done Depths first, but we didn't really have any problems in there. We have some really good items. Check this out. Scales of the Dragon King, Mask of the Dragon. We're LARPing as a Draconian right now. Pretty solid set of equipment here. Ring of Phasing, or Shaolin if you prefer. It's Magic Map. Great equipment, absolutely. We don't have any Holy Words though, so that makes me a little concerned for the orb run. Holy Word is just an excellent tool for the orb run. So when you don't have it, it makes me a little nervous when I don't have any. I think that makes me even more nervous than not having haste. But we have 6 haste, so I'm probably just being too much of a pansy here. Oh wow, nice bolt of acid, buddy. Haha, Crystal Spear bounces and kills him. Yeah, Kruger, we're very powerful. If I were to get teleported into the End Vault, I would probably haste and spam Disaster Area. We have 23.6 invocations after all. Hell yeah, there's our mark. Everything should be awake, so that mark is good. Pulling the whole floor to me. Let's go up. The Lich could have bounced us off with the Force Lance, so. Hey, thanks for the follow, Qazlal. I think you subbed to me before you followed. It's kind of interesting. Okay, let's put on well, let's kill this thing first. Actually, let's pull up. Kill the toe. Actually, I don't need to put RF plus on. I've got. Let's just swing. We got the Qazlal resistance going. There we go. Death Cobs. It's an undead. It's both undead and plant. And when they hit you, they have an ability. It's called AF Slow. It's like a corn cob, yeah. A dreadful undead cob of maize. Look, this one was probably a mistake. We're sorry. It's kind of a comedy enemy, I guess. But he makes you, he slows you when he hits you, so it's quite dangerous. They have really low MR, though. I'm going to use a Might here. I'm going to pull both of these Orbs of Fire up. I'm going to pop a Resistance. Should be able to just melee these guys. Yep. Yep. Now, they have memed me really hard on my resistances, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you guys a trick. Take off the large shield, put on the Lajatong of Order, and just start chugging mutations. Whoops, I just chugged an Ambrosia, because I'm a genius who can read. Alright. Potion of Mutation, really quaff, yes. Really drink that potion while resistant to mutations. So, yeah. And effectively, like you can gain mutations while you have that on, but it's very unlikely. We have Berserkitis, so of course we want to get that off. So let's keep going. Second mutation. Still have Berserkitis. Third mutation potion. Still have Berserkitis. Fourth mutation potion. Finally goes off. Okay. Put my shield back on. Go down. Go up. That is exactly the problem with mutations, isn't it? It's absolutely. Try to tab these guys. Don't poly me, bro. Huh. Have a fire. Gotta be careful. Hey, Atomic Knight, how you doing, man? Yeah, no, that happens all the time, though. Zot 5 and 3 mutation potions, absolutely. You know, it's all RNG, which is something that I think would be a very great place to start if you wanted to improve this game, is unscrewing the mutation system, so to speak. Watch out, staff will get nerfed. I doubt it. It's very rare to get a hold of that. Let's go up. It's a little risky. He could have the LCS. We don't want him to be hasting and using that on me, but it turns out he had Orb of Destruction and he killed himself by bouncing it off my shield. Sick. By the way, we had a Clown Pie bounce. Moon Pie, Clown evaporates and reforms as an Iron Giant. Okay. I'm okay with this. I'd like these clowns to come up, but they just don't want to. They're too batty. That's the worst thing, is you cannot really stare dance them. You can stare dance all of their allies, but you can't really stare dance them. Come on. Take this golem out. Let's pull the Iron Giant up. He suicides with the Iron Shot. New mute strategy, swap to halfling. Just get mutated so much that you become a halfling. That's the real strategy. Imagine if that were possible. Like a race change. And let's see if we can melee this with no buffs. He did it again. He did it to me. He gave me Berserkitis, so... Okay, we have evolution. Okay. What is your autofight stat to? It seems your HP was 90% and still warned you. Yes, Neuromancer. That's the secret sauce, man. That's what allows me to win quickly without taking as many risks as you otherwise would have to. I had my autofight stop set to something like, I think it's 90. I'd have to check to be sure, but it's very high. And so I'm able to tab, but I almost never tab into a situation that's so bad that I just get murdered, you know? Let's fog. I'm gonna burn a mite because I'm running out of mutation here is the thing. Dude, he just gave me Berserkitis again. Are you kidding me? You just, oh my god. Quickly for me, man. I don't mean like, hey, I'm man, and I have the world record for speedruns. Amulet of Resist Mutation. Such a thing does not exist anymore. Alright, quaffed it off. You feel a little pissed off, IRL. I do actually. Yeah, man, they took that out. There's only 2 sources of resist mutation now. One of them, well, 2 item sources of resist mutation. Both of them are unrans. So one of them is the item that I have right now. That is the Lajatang of Order. The other one is, it's called the Hat of the Alchemist. Yeah, that definitely helps, man. And I imagine it's hard to switch from one to the other, like playing fast and playing slow. Embracing the slow for the big streaks, absolutely. Well, if you want to win, that's what you got to do. It's all about just not getting boned by those low probability events that need to be handled perfectly. You almost lost that Formicid, do you remember that? Where you got the really bad shaft. Alright, I'm going to Might. Please don't Berserkitis me for the 4th time. Okay, we got him. Whoa. Okay, we'll go up. Ultimate slow mode. See, that's an interesting... I know you're joking, but the reality is a lot of people do when they first start trying to streak, what they want to do is they want to like add a billion force mores for like every little thing. And ironically, that's actually counterproductive because like if everything flashes, if everything force mores, then you're just going to become psychologically sort of inured to it. And then you're going to end up dying because you're like, oh, whatever, the screen's flashing, I don't care. You know, force mores, I'm just spamming the enter key. So it's like a very, even I have probably a little too much of that. So, I mean, I've definitely struggled with that problem. But I mean, of course, yeah, your mileage may vary. All right, let's teleport. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Grab. Let's see how this Qazlal orb run goes. I feel pretty good about it, even without Holy Word. We have 6 haste. The screen starts flashing like a rave. I like it. Hey, buddy. I have to kill this. He's way faster than me. I call that the epilepsy mod, man. I already think my screen flashes too much if there's like a floating eye on the screen. I have to kill this. It's faster than me. Pretty good orb run so far. Let's fog so we don't get hellfired here. Risked a couple hellfires, but that's fine. Wait, Malcolm, stop. Quick to go, CeCK. 1117 gold. 3889. You want too much money, you cheapskate. Oh, let's just take this hatch. I really like money as the thing. I like Bitcoin. What about it? On rosecrypto.com. Reverse Naga. Reaching bite. Can't open door? Wait, how would you... If you can't open doors, what would that... How would you win the game if you ended up starting in a vault with doors around you? Anyway, we have our first Panlord, Suboama, not to be confused with Barack Obama. Suboama has a bug-like body with bony wings and a gigantic mouth. It looks incredibly angry. It's just a very fast, well, not a very fast, but just fast. Fast warrior Panlord, 48 damage, draining touch. Okay, well, we're going to haste. I'm just going to sort of walk away. With haste, we're faster, I think, than a fast Panlord. Easy enough. Let's just take this upstairs. It's okay to take the non-optimal... Uh-oh, I just accidentally attacked. There's a Panlord right here. Energy Bolt. Drain Magic, don't care. Abjuration, don't care, really. Summon Greater Demon. Malign Gateway. Okay, let's haste again. Let's dig. They have bribed Zot to make your orb run especially interesting for this tie. Alright, go Zeg. Milik Zuf. Mila Jovic. Alright, well, he's very fast, so we can't exactly walk away from him. Can we net him? Yeah, we can. Drink Might. Drink Agi. I'm going to tear his ass open. I should have collected all the nets. Give me my net. Goodbye. He was killable because he couldn't, Hey, I'm still fast. You can't kill me. Perfect. Let's use Brilliance. Let's use Regenerate. Try not to fail it too much. You're barely taking damage. It's because I'm a boss hog, man. This troll's a big boss pimp. Come on. He can take it. But yeah, if the guy's netted, he can't do much to me. Yeah, I picture the scene from that movie where it's the tiny net. He's in a field rotting like a papaya. While he's struggling in a tiny net. It's a net, and it's tiny. Hey, thanks, Mud Toberg. We haven't quite gotten there yet. Trust me, we could run into the very fast Silence Panlord with Firestorm. Oh, we're on D1. Let's go ahead and burn a haste. Let's get away from this stuff. Uh-oh, that was a toe, or not a toe, a torpor snail. Didn't know they could summon those. I guess it makes sense, though. GG. Fun times. That's 43 wins, guys. We officially have at least tied the longest streak of all time. Feels good, man. Hey, thanks for the follow, Watako. 269 out of 269. Go world record? I guess I have a little time. I suppose I could keep going. Malcolm Rose has 43 consecutive wins. Hell yeah. We're about to go into unexplored territory. This Spriggan will go zag. He very well might.
Come on, college boy.
Come on, college boy. Hey, thank you. Much appreciated, Dankest.
Take my ad bits.
I like it. Thanks so much. So here's a Spriggan Enchanter. Top spin. Oh no, it's happening. Look, we've got the hallway of doom. So, I suspect this guy trains fighting up to 1 to begin with. I'm gonna stop the video here, so YouTube people, look forward to Spriggan Enchanter next time. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.